Alright, my friend, so let me show you what basically drop down analysis is. Alright, so look where we are now on Sol USD. We're down here, right? Price came out of the bands on the Bollinger Bands, right? We were looking to see if we can get some type of rejection. I look for entries, so my entries would have came down here. You can see prices in this green cloud. This yellow line means to buy soft. This green line means to buy hard. So it rejected this green line, letting me know that I should start buying hard. I got a cross right there, was right where I put the candle, and it came to this red line 50, which is another resistance zone, and I will be looking to possibly get out. Like, it got a little bit more steam is where I put the arrow at up here. So I'm looking to get out like 138. 138. So it's only about 13 cents left. So basically, and then once you do is you drop down to the 5 minute, and this is basically your trade. So if I had to come in here and be a lot more accurate, so look, we at 173. I gotta let that sit there, right? Down on the 5 minute, look, right? Price came outside of the band, gave us a cross here. You could have entered at the cross and held till about here. After a while, when it opened back up and went off, you could have moved just stop loss to about this level and just let it rock. TP being around this level. And then you see it came all the way back down to entry and went back. I use this as my entry tool, and I use this to tell me where market is. So price came outside of the band up here. Price came outside of the band up here, right? And we got a cross shortly thereafter. I like to enter outside of the band, so that's why I say I don't wait for confirmations. I like to trade right outside of the band. Same thing. Rejected the 50, came down, would have closed, because I got another cross right here. Green above red, buy. Would have bought, but it got back in. Outside of the band, would have sold, and out of any of these 4 candles, which was my cross, and I would have held until RSI came back. Either A, gave me another cross, or B, just exited the band. But I always use price action for for stop losses and take profit. So these would have been short trades. I would have bought down here and held and got out this line. Same thing, got out of recent structure, which is all right here at 136. Same thing. So if we had to bring this down and bring that up, right? Let me get it on the cross. That's how that look on the 5 minute. That's how that looks on the 15. Look at it. Cross somewhere in this area. We got an entry outside of the band. Cross somewhere in this area. Here's the 45 on that same trade. We got a cross later, somewhere in this area, but we in way over here. Way over here somewhere, we in right there. And then here's what it looked like on higher time frame. Look what you got. And this is why I say you can trust it on the lower time frames, because movement. So price was oversold. We got in down here. Look at all these wicks. We're obviously in an area where price won't continue. And it bounced off from here before coming back up. Just that simple. Just that simple. I use all my time frames. So I'll come to the weekly and I'll look at it and I'm like, okay, cool. We're looking for buying pressure. We got our buying signal. Now we just got to let it play out. Come down to the daily, see my same move. Alright, boom. We lost momentum right here. And we got us a red candle. But this red candle isn't holding much momentum. So we might see price drop back down into, I want to say maybe 133, 127 range, this little box, before taking back up. We drop down all the way down. I like the 2 hour, and you can see exactly what we got here. Outside of the bands down here, we entered, and it came back up.